All right, so we're going to continue on with the process of finishing up all the getting all the tools that we're going to need to be to start developing stuff. So what you're going to need to do, you're going to need to go back to the Create tab. And we're going to need to install the previewer. We can find the previewer. If you're starting out, your page is going to look something like this. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and go to previewer and download previewer. And the previewer is just a software that's very similar to the IMVU client. I will be referring to the client a lot, and basically it's just what people use to chat and do all sorts of things. So you can see, you can load in your products and stuff, and you can navigate your room here. So we're just going to go ahead and download that, and while that's downloading, we can go ahead and just start talking about a little bit more stuff. So you know what? Let's not make this too complicated. I'm just going to go ahead and pause while this is downloading, and then we'll restart once it's close to finish. Alright, so we're finished downloading, and we can just go ahead and install this. Now, we're just going to go ahead and hit run. It's a pretty straightforward process. If you've installed stuff before, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. But there is a section here which might need a little more explanation. When you're installing the previewer, yes, it's going to install a software, but it's also going to look at whether or not you're using 3D Studio Max or not. So I'm going to go ahead here. This is where I want to install it. I'm going to hit sure, and it's going to say it's going to ask you where the heck your 3D Studio Max 7 install is. The reason it's asking for that is because the official software that's supported as far as developing content from IMVU is 3D Studio Max 7. There are other software 3D packages you can use to develop content, but the IMVU setup as of the making of this video supports 3D Studio Max 7. So if you have it installed, you can go ahead here and tell it where you want to install the exporter, and the exporter is just a way to export the files that IMVU will be able to read. So we're going to go ahead and hit next, and all this is just default stuff. IMVU tools. We're going to go ahead, click next, and just going to go and install. And it's finished, and basically we have the tools that we need to develop content, considering if we have a software to make pictures, if you're going to make texture, if you're going to make either texture files, or if you're going to make stickers, you're going to need some sort of image editing software, or if you do 3D content, you're going to need a 3D authoring tool. 3D content creation tool, like 3D Studio Max or Blender, or SketchUp, which is another one. There are there are a ton of other software available, but the only issue is finding a way to export content from that software to your final piece. So well, that's it. In the future videos, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the previewer. It's a lot of information, so it's going to be broken up into a ton of different parts, and hopefully you'll be well on your way to making some cash on IMVU.